Hello, everybody. Um, Welcome back. Hold on. Are we going on Facebook? Let's see here. Oh, I see me on Facebook. Uh, can everybody hear me? Hopefully. Oh, what's going on here? That's all I want. I need the chat. There it is. Hello. Say hello over here too. Hello. Oh, that's not it. Boom. Welcome. I don't know if anybody's here. If you are, cheers. Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that Chardonnay. Justin! Hello, Justin. Can you hear me? Sometimes I have sound issues. Hopefully it's not a button that I need to push. Hi, Liana. Welcome back. Nice to see you, Justin. I loved your baby goat pictures that you posted. Well, I don't think they're babies anymore. What are they, like a year and a half old now? Or older? Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh, good. I always worry about that because I can't hear, like there's no volume around here, so... And Cory's gone. So if there was no sound, I was going to be in trouble. I was going to have to start hitting a bunch of buttons. But thankfully, he set me up well. How was you guys' day today? Justin, did you work? Justin, what do you do for work? I don't know if I know that. Leanna, what did you do today? Did you go out looking for snakes? Hello, Michael. A year old and a couple months. Yeah, they're super cute. I'm super jealous that you have goats. I really, really want goats. Although I feel like if I had goats, they would jump on my 200-pound sulcata and use him as a rock. Which he might need, actually, because he's always going after the girl that lives with him. And he's such a pest to her. Maybe he needs some goats to keep him company. James, hello. Are you driving home from work? Or are you home already? What's your situation? I am having Chardonnay. Ugh, and I don't like it. Morning? Did you just wake up? Whoa, I got really bright in the sunshine. Oh, I gotta turn these lights down, but I look like I'm on the sun. Let's see if this does anything. That doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna glow today, you guys. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's so bright like this. Maybe I moved out of focus. Manage a gas station. I did work today. Well, good. Yeah, I worked today too. I worked from 9:30 to 1 o'clock. And then I came home. And watched the first 48. Oh, nice, James. Are you live in a house, James? I don't know. I don't remember where I met you when I met you. Are you still in the same place that I met you in long, long ago? Yeah, I just worked till 1:30, so it was a very easy day for me. Yeah, those old pups. They're back hips. Shoot, I need a ramp to walk up too. Albert Edwards, hello. Oh, there we go. I just needed to put my hand up. Now I'm not glowing anymore. That was when I was going to ask you that, Justin. If everybody was having to wear a mask. I wear a mask while I'm at work. People come and pick up stuff from me. So I really it's only me in the office right now. So Albert, I hear you. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I slept on my hip all night. Or my neck. That's the one. If I sleep wrong on my neck, I can't move it for like 3 days. My daughter-in-law texted me a picture of one in her yard with a toad in its mouth. Oh no! Leanna, I watch that show all the time. I mean, I definitely have maybe watched a couple episodes a few times. Cory calls it my murder TV, and that's what I've been watching lately. It's sad that that I like that better than watching the news. It's easier to deal with the news than the news. But yeah, that was crazy how I was glowing a minute ago, and I don't know. He has the huge lights on, and I have remote controls for him, but I don't know how all of that works really. So yeah. So again, I'm on my own today. Cory is still not with us. I mean, he's here. He hasn't left for his vacation yet, but I think he wants to do like a little hiatus from the show while he's on vacation. So it might just be me for a week still. Yeah, true, Albert. Yeah, I watched the first 48 all the time. I watch Cold Case Files all the time. I've tried to watch like the crime like TV shows, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of those. The one that Christopher Maloney was on, I watched that for a little while because I liked him. But yeah, that's pretty much what I watch. And I've also been watching. I watched this really good show on Apple TV last night. The series is called Home. Albert, I don't know if you have heard of this house before, but one of the houses is in Maine. It's called the Soot House, Soot, and the outside of it is burned in a Japanese style of woodworking, where they burn both sides of the plank and it seals in the freshness. I don't know, but I highly recommend it. It has a really, really cool houses. There's like one made of bamboo. Tons of cool ones. So check it out if you guys have Apple TV. Home. I highly recommend it. Oh, I gotta catch up on things. Oh, yes, Justin. Yes, many times. When I sleep really well, actually, is when I wake up feeling the worst, because if I toss and turn, then my back doesn't seize up and my neck doesn't seize up, because I have arthritis in my upper spine and my lower spine, so it gets locked up. So if I sleep really well and don't move all night, I can't move for like 3 days. So if I wake up and I'm like, oh crap, I don't remember tossing and turning last night, and then I try to move, I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, you bought a duplex. Ooh, on an acre. I gotta come out and visit you, James. Yeah, definitely look it up, Albert. It's called Home. I think it was like 8 episodes. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning watching them. Yeah. Yeah, I really only had that one glass of wine that you guys saw me drinking last night, and I barely finished that. I finished that, I don't know, at like 8 o'clock or something. But I have a nice big one tonight. Oof, I don't like that Chardonnay, though. It's got the kangaroo on it. I forget what it's called. Yellowtail, maybe? Albert, you're working, right? Real estate market going well. I gotta have you just, randomly send me stuff. Do you find chunks of land? After watching that show last night, I've always wanted to build my own weird house, because as you guys know, I'm a little weird. I don't want to have just a. Oh yeah, totally, Albert. 3 days off for hard drinks, 5-day hangover. Yeah, once I hit 40, it was all downhill from there. Oh, thank you, James. Yes, Albert. I've always thought about building my own weird house because I'm weird, but I need a plot of land. So I need something with like woods all around it. Woods. I do, eventually. I mean, I say that all the time. I don't know. I've been a little disappointed lately with, what's going on in the world. But why are you drinking it if I don't like it, Leanna? That is an excellent question. I can't really say that I really like alcohol. I like the effects of it. But I've never been one to be like, oh, I would love a glass of this wine, or I would love this beer, or, I mean, I don't know. I drink for the effect, I guess, and not the taste. If that makes sense. I mean, Cory buys me the wine, and I just drink white wine, and I'm not like, he'll be like, oh, I can taste the oak and the floralness and the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, tastes like Chardonnay. And because it's all that we have. We have Jameson, but I don't have anything to mix with it. I would have one of those, but, one of those, a Jameson ginger ale, when you get home from work to unwind, is nice. But I'm definitely not, I can't heavily drink anymore. I get too hungover. No one likes alcohol. We like getting drunk, Albert. Yeah. Justin, yeah. You said you like living in the country. I definitely miss living in the woods because I'm a woods boy. Where we live right now is very nice. I mean, I have a nice, huge garden in the front that kind of hides me from the neighborhood, which I love. And then in the backyard, we have a pretty big backyard. I'm able to have my chickens and the tortoises, and I have it sectioned off for the different tortoises that we have, or turtles. And it's kind of like my little slice of country. I love the neighbors on one side of us. The neighbors in other places, not so much. But yeah, Justin, I only drink when I go to a restaurant. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Ooh, Red Lobster. I go to Red Lobster for the cheddar roll things. Yeah, I mean, if I had my way, I would encapsulate this whole property within the vines that I have growing. In the front, we have the pepper tree train so that it grows up to the pepper trees, and we've created a giant front to the front of the house. So, I mean, there's dogs across the street that bark relentlessly, so it helps keep the noise out, which is nice. And it also hides me from the world. I like the woods. I mean, I'm really spoiled. Bye, Albert. Send me chunks of Maine realty. Maybe if you come across a weird house, send me that. Bye, Albert. Let's see. What else? Let's look here. Perfect. James, are you having a beverage after you've done all this extensive yard work? I feel like it's beverage worthy. Oh, I did it again. It's when I get too close to it, it like zooms in on my hat, I think. I don't want to blind you guys, sorry. How funny. If I drink wine, I like the white too. I'm not a fan of alcohol either. My son makes fruity mixed drinks when I go to his place. Ooh, a vanilla caramel iced coffee. Now see, that's something I love. I don't get it very often. Like, I'm much more of a coffee drinker, and I drink black coffee every time I go to Starbucks. Even if it's like a hot, sunny day, I get black coffee. I don't know why. Uh, well, I do know why. I don't like to spend that kind of money. If it's like a $4 drink from Starbucks, I'm like, eh. But I do like the ones you can buy that are singular, you know, like the Starbucks drinks. I'll get those sometimes. That way I can drink it on my own time. I saw that pothos plant, Justin, that you posted. I thought I liked it, but maybe I didn't. Um, yeah, $299 is pretty crazy for a pothos. How big was that thing? I mean, I tried to see size-wise, but like it looked like it could have been like a 3 foot tall one. Was it about that big? Showered and having wine. A new one, very oaky. We like. If it's oaky, does that mean it's white, James? And Leanna, yes. If I do drink any sort of hard alcohol, I like it to be very well hidden in a fruity drink. Like I'll drink a Cape Cod, or I can't drink vodka orange juice anymore. That reminds me of my 20s and ugh. Um, but yeah, I'll do the fruity drinks sometimes. But the only hard alcohol that I drink that I like to taste a little bit is Jameson in my ginger ale. But other than that, yeah. It was a little taller than me, and I was like, "You're 6 foot, Justin? Dang." Yeah, it looked like it was huge. I have seen. I'm part of a plant group on Facebook. Yes, because I'm a dork. I'm a plant dork. I'm sorry, I can't help it. And they're always posting pictures of these crazily priced plant cuttings. There was like a variegated monstera, which is kind of it's pothos looking, big leaves, but it was variegated, and had the holes in it. And someone wanted to pay like $50 for just the cutting of it. And I think someone was saying that someone else charged like $300 for the cutting of it. Yeah. Oh, it's red. See, James, I have no idea. I do bartend at the theater, but I got to admit, I don't really know my wine lingo. People will be like, "Is it dry?" And I'm like, "It's kind of wet." I probably should look into that a little bit more. But, I mean, we just serve Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc, so, I mean, it doesn't really change much from that, so. You have 12 plants, Justin? I have a million. Here's one of them. This was actually my ponytail palm that I had at work that I brought home. It's actually not planted in this elephant. It's planted in this little cool... this was at my desk at work that I had to bring home during the quarantine. And this is an elephant that I like. I have him up there for a much sadder reason, though. It's in honor of elephants. Not to bring everybody down, but I read an article that like 350 elephants died recently, and they don't know why. And they're trying to figure it out. Very sad. You know, these are the things I just wish I didn't read about, because now I'm going to think about it all the time. Just like when Australia was on fire, all I could think about was burning koala bears. Justin, yeah, I have them in my study. So I bought the plant light bulbs from Home Depot. So I have 2 of those bulbs in there, and then I have a window that the sun comes in midday, and I kind of have them in the walkway when you enter my smart room, because the window like points right out the door, so that the plants all get the light that way. I do have a bunch of snake plants outside my house, Justin. All taste like poop. Yeah, James, I mean, I've tried to drink the red stuff before because they say it's good for you, but no, I can't do it. I try, because, you know, 1 glass of red wine a day is supposed to help your heart or something, but I don't know if does it help you find your heart? Yeah, Justin. I couldn't get Australia off my mind forever. I was like having nightmares about it. Just the worst. That's like one of the only places one of the places I want to visit. I want to visit Australia. I want to visit the rainforests in Brazil. I would like to go to, well, pretty much just those places. Anywhere where people are not going to be quite as much, like the middle of the jungle, I'm in. Justin, yeah, I mean, there are snake plants everywhere. It's just like when I lived in Maine, we had house plants that were jade. Do you have any jade? And we had crown of thorns, which was a house plant, and aloe. We had all of those as house plants. And then when I moved to California, there are literally giant bushes of jade that are like an invasive plant, kind of. Like, there are hedges of them everywhere, and giant aloe bushes, and like, I'm like, all of these houseplants are growing outside. What is going on? Oh, yes, Amazon rainforest too, Justin, yeah. Yeah, because I just can't stop thinking about animals that are on fire, or their dens. It's horrible to say that I don't think about the human toll, but I think about the animals. That's what's most on my mind when I think about situations like that. Yeah, it's crazy, Justin. I mean, going from the climate that I was in and having those all as house plants to them being like outside. I'll take pictures of I have a huge jade plant outside my house. Mark, hello. Welcome to the show. I was just talking to my friend in Maine about the real estate market. It's up and going well in Maine, and I told him to send me some plots of land for building houses on. Because I need my own house. I mean, I love this one, but I need land. I need land! Ross, hello. There you are. I was wondering where you were. What's up, Mark? Welcome for joining the show. Usually it's a little more fun. I have my co-host Cory here with me, but he's on vacation right now, so it's just me and these pine cones that we made on quarantine. And the cat. She's back here somewhere. Rhonda. That's Rhonda. Build it and they will come. You know it, Mark. I don't want to build the typical house, of course, because I'm a weirdo. And I was telling everybody about the show Home. Have you seen that, Mark? It's on Apple TV. It is very cool. You should check it out. Very, very cool. Regina. Regina's here as well. Hello. I saw you. I saw that, Justin. Yeah, I've been saying that I want to get one of those barn-shaped sheds for a long time, for my chickens, so I can have a sleeping chamber for them outside. Not that I don't like the one that they have, but I just want to have a fancier one. Thank you, James. It's just weird to be on my own because I don't think I'm nearly as entertaining as when I have Cory to banter with. But thankfully, you guys are pretty interactive, so I like that. I just don't want to bore you guys, you know. Yeah, it's crazy that they have the sheds outside, Justin, and then they won't sell them to you or don't have them in stock. It's kind of weird. Jason, hello. I need you to come on the show sometime. I'm super low tech right now because Cory's not here, but I'm willing to hold up an iPad with somebody's face on it and FaceTime. Or maybe I can use one of these scaffoldings right here to attach an iPad to. It'll be like, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Yeah, Mark, you should watch it. It's very, very cool. Oh, did you get more margarita mix, Ross, on your trip to the grocery emporium? I'm supposed to be doing some wire artwork while I talk to you guys today. I'm a little nervous about doing that. Oh, there's Kurt. Hello, Kurt. Did you go on your walk and you're back now? Ooh, Sherry, you gotta send me pictures of your chickens. Or did you post pictures of them on Facebook? Yesterday was my girl's 2-year anniversary of arriving at our house. I'm sure I said that yesterday, but, you know, they're my girls, so I gotta say it. My girls, Sherry, actually, my girls have a pen outside, and they have like a nesting box outside where they lay their eggs. It's like in this covered arbor thing with vines growing over the top of it. But at night, they come in on my patio, and then they have these little chicken stairs where they walk up into a TV cabinet, which has a tank inside of it with doors that open and close. So they walk up into that, sleep in there. I close the glass doors. I close the other doors, and then they're protected in on the patio. But, you know, it's complicated when I'm away or if we're not home on time. The girls can't get into the screened-in area, so they get a little upset. So we gotta work around that. Not yet, about to. What are you about to do, Kurt? Go on your walk? You're not gonna stay on the show? Ooh, strawberry margaritas. Is that because I said at the strawberry daiquiris yesterday? You were very excited about that? Oh, I'm jealous. I want that now instead of this gross Chardonnay. Yeah, I worry about that, Justin. I'm actually considering getting my chickens a mister this year. I mean, they're kind of not the smartest about the heat. They'll be like standing in the middle of the yard panting, and I'm like, go stand in the shade. But their house is right outside this window right here, so we could probably put a little mister out, and I can get them in there. Yeah, I worry about my girls getting too hot. The tortoises love it. They don't care. They'll be out there baking in the sun. But the girls, you know, if I'm not home all the time in the summer. How many do you have, Sherry? I totally restrained myself and only got 2. If I had some land, I would probably have 6. When Rachel and I were dating, we got chickens together. We had little baby chicks, and they grew up. We raised them, and then they lived at Rachel's house and lived with their mom for a long time. That was my second experience with chickens. My first chicken was chicken fell off the back of a chicken truck, and my dad brought it home when we were kids. He almost ran it over with his truck on his way home from work, like late at night. That was Henrietta. And this is like my, I don't know, 5th round. But every year when I'd go home to Maine, I would get so jealous. I'm like, everybody in my family has chickens. I want to have chickens. So 2 years ago, Kurt and I went to the greenhouse, and I looked at the baby chicks, but I got to the car. I restrained myself. I didn't get any. And then he's like, I thought you were going to get baby chicks. And I was like, I wasn't going to, but let's go look at them again. Aw, cool. Sorry, I keep asking all these questions, Sherry, but what kind did you get? I have 2 barred rocks. I was very, I went to my phone and I looked up how to check the sexes of them, and I just watched them, and I was luckily picked 2 females. One of my females, though, is growing the little hooks on the back, and she also has started crowing. She crowed right before we went on today, and I'm like, you are not a rooster. Oh, you got some too, Justin? Elizabeth was saying that they were feeling the dust for sure. Yeah, I love my girls, Sherry. They're very demanding. I have spoiled them. Whenever I go outside, they want to come inside. That's okay. Whenever you post pictures, I'll look at them. I have a chicken chart on my refrigerator. Yes, I'm that kind of dork. I even have a chart for all the different breeds of chickens on my refrigerator. Justin, you know that I have 3 sulcatas, right? One that I raised from a hatchling that almost died because the people couldn't get it to eat, so I adopted it. Tiny. She's not tiny anymore. She's probably about the same size as yours. I think you got yours around the same time I got Tiny. And then I have 2 20-year-olds. And one is about 150 pounds, and one is probably like 40 pounds. I know, Justin, and that is what I'm worried about. I hope that does not happen because we are not allowed to have roosters within the city, and she can't be acting like a rooster. Yes, sex-link chicken is Kurt's favorite breed, and every time he sees the chart, he says sex-link chicken. That is actually what it is called. I knew what you meant, Justin. Hello, Michael. Cheers. How's Maine this evening? Oh, do I have to do this again? Yeah, hold on. I gotta do that because the light keeps... Look at me, I'm glowing. Stop it. I don't know why it keeps doing that, you guys. So, do you want to see me do some kind of wire thing? Hold on. There we go. Ugh, it keeps changing back. No, James, I don't clip their wings. They really haven't... our fence is pretty good around it, and I mean the... Hold on. Stop glowing. We have a good plant growth around on the wall, too. We have some honeysuckle and jasmine and stuff to grow on the walls, so it kind of keeps them in. So, hold on, let me see if I can turn this light off. Hey Siri, turn the light off. That helped a little bit, I think. Oh, was that you that just sent me a notification, Sherry? Let me look. See what kind of chickens you got. Oh my gosh, how cute. Oh, your daughter's cute too. I don't know what kind of baby that is. I will have to look at the chart later. I'll see if I can find it on the chart and let you know. I don't think I will. Shoot, what did I say, Ross? Wait, Kurt, what are you talking about? Why no roosters? Because, oh, yeah, because of the crowing, Leanna. Ugh, sorry. Yeah, and as you guys know, I have issues with noise, so I don't want to have a rooster crowing in the back. I already kind of get bothered by my girls when they're loud, because when Charlie sits on an egg, Penelope stands out there and screams at the top of her lungs. It's not so much about the fact that it bothers me as much as I don't want it to bother my neighbors. So I'm like, you're not a rooster, be quiet! But she'll stand out there. So her new thing now, hey Derrol, Penelope's new thing now, since I've been home on this quarantine, is when Charlie starts yelling, she knows that I will come out, and she will walk in, and she'll come hang out with me in the kitchen. I will feed her some lettuce. They're very spoiled chickens, and it's funny because Kurt was like, these chickens are very spoiled, and I'm like, it runs in the family, because my dad had barred rocks as well, and they would come in the kitchen all the time. They would stand at the screen door. I actually, I have to put like a board, a piece of coroplast up in front of the screen door, because if they hear me in the kitchen, they will come and stand at the screen door and run back and forth and like act all crazy. And yes, they have their father trained very well, and they know that I will come out and give them treats. My chickens eat way better than me. But yeah, they're totally spoiled. So Sherry, be careful. It is very easy to do. I mean, when they were babies, I would have them in watching TV with me every night. I had this little Tupperware. They would sit on the Tupperware and kind of roost, and we would watch TV, and they would kind of fall asleep. Super cute. And I'm super tempted to get more chickens because they are awesome. Oh, Susie McDonald, how are you this evening? I haven't seen you in person for a million years. I highly recommend chickens to anybody if you can have chickens. I mean, as Kurt says, they poop breakfast. He doesn't like eggs, though, but I do. Hold on. I'm trying to make the light go back to normal again. They are very great pets. I mean, if I don't see them out there, I just go to the door and I'm like, girls, and they come running from wherever they are. They're very smart. People don't give them enough credit. I highly recommend chickens as a pet if you can have them, if you have the room. Technically, I don't know if the coop is far enough away from the house. But they're hardly in it at all. I mean, Cory's home a lot. They're in the pen very infrequently now. They're super spoiled. It's hard, Justin, too, because if you only have one chicken and they're used to hanging out with you, and then you get another one, and that new one is mean or something, chickens can be jerks. Actually, any fowl can be jerks to their brethren. I've had button quails that beat the crap out of their mates, and you're like, hey, got a jet early, see you tomorrow. Oh, bye, James. Thanks for joining. Have a good evening. What's up, Gerald? Tell your mom I said hello if she's in the background. What are you guys up to today in Maine? Which is where I wish I was right now. I was supposed to be there in July. That was the plan. Might be a Christmas trip this year. I don't know about that. Yeah, you'll never forget that name, Ross. They're very cute, huh? Yeah, I have the chicken chart on the fridge, and I also have like turkeys and geese and a whole bunch of other pheasants I think are on a chart. And I'll show them to you guys one day if you want to see them. You can see what kind of dork I am. I have a spider chart. Sherry, you know what's funny? I live on the coast. I mean, granted, it's not the same as Maine where I had the beach at the end of my street. I never go to the beach here. Mostly because it's very crowded when I go to the beach. But I do like to go to the beach at night. Like, I've gone to the beach to go for a walk or something. Certain beaches are good. They're not like the coast of Maine, for sure. They're very sandy. I love the beaches in Maine because I can hop on the rocks like Cubert. Anybody remember Cubert? Lynn, do you have any? Leanne, sorry. Leanna. Dang it. You look like you have a lot of field area. Do you guys have any chickens or anything where you guys are? The ocean calls to me, Justin says. Yeah. I mean, I guess I never went in the water that much in Maine because it's freezing. And I'm not a huge fan of going in the water here because of stingrays and sharks. I mean, I've swam with sharks before, and there's sharks. It's super fun. I think it's just the people, though. There's always so many people there, and it's different than going to the beach in Maine. You can walk on the beach all day and see, like, 3 people. Walk around the whole Sears Island, you're going to see maybe 5 people the entire day. It's not like that here at all. Remind me where you are right now, Sherry? I feel like it's... Carolina? I'm so bad about that sort of thing. I'm sorry. Oh, congratulations. I've received East Tennessee. Okay. Nice. You've lived there for a long time, right? Did you leave Maine and go pretty much directly to Tennessee, Sherry? Gosh, I haven't seen you, oh my goodness, for over 20 years in person, huh? Well, you better bring me to the beach then, Kurt. You're leaving? All right, fine. Talk to you later. Text me when you get home. That's what I always say to him when he leaves my house. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you moved there pretty much almost immediately after. You graduated in 95. Did you graduate a year ahead of us? Is that, if I remember correctly? That was a long time ago. A lot of farm field, but there are only 3 houses in this quarter mile. Aw. Yeah, I was very envious of the picture that you sent. It looked like fields and the kind of environment that I want. Like as I said, I love the neighbors right here, but I would love to have like no neighbors anywhere, anywhere even close. I can do a little wire thing while we're talking. Oh, oh. I didn't, okay, I thought you didn't go all the way to the end with us. You were always a favorite of mine, Sherry, and you still are. I think you were in home ec, right? I feel like that's where my memories of you most were. We were in home ec together. I did terribly in that class. When we were supposed to sew the patch onto my t-shirt, I sewed the back of the t-shirt to the front of the t-shirt. It was a camouflage Mickey Mouse. And then I made the blueberry muffins, and I forgot to put sugar in there. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, Mrs. Bonnie Johnston. Old school. I wonder if she's still around these days. I know Mrs. Paul is. You remember Mrs. Paul? I used to visit her every year. She was working at Rennie's for a very long time, and I would see her every year. I would go in and say hello to her. She wasn't there this past year when I went, though. I was kind of bummed. I am not quite that skilled in the wire making stuff yet, Justin. Yes, those are very good times, Sherry. High school wasn't too bad. A little rough towards the end there. My junior year when I came out, my senior year. My junior year was probably rougher because that was the year I came out, but then my senior year was better. I'm not talented enough, Justin, yet to make any sort of bonsai tree. I just started doing some wire stuff. I showed yesterday, I guess, like a wire snail that I had done. It was just an experiment. And then last night, so I have my wire. I'm going to cut it. So last night I was cheating and looking up maybe different things I could do that would be easy to do while we were talking. I was like, I'm just going to try one and see what happens and see how I do. Because, you got to think about it before you cut your wire and everything. But I'm not in that stage yet, so I'm just like cutting lengths of wire and kind of winging it, seeing what happens. So I found a couple different things. Hold on, I'm gonna look real quick. So this one, oh, never mind. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can show you just a picture. This is the, oh, I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that. I made a tarantula out of a ceramic clay and sold it to the teacher at her school. Oh, that's cool. I do love clay. I like to play with that too. Yeah, I did not do well with the sewing, Leanna, at all. Yeah, see, home ec, not my cup of tea. I was always the science and the art guy. Janine! Yay! I just cut a length of wire because I'm going to try to do some sort of wire bending while we're talking. So, like I said, last night I did the Google and I tried to look up a couple different things that I might be able to do easily while we were talking to each other here, so I didn't look like a fool. And then I ended up doing like 4 different wire things that I'm going to show you right now. So, as you guys know, I also like to give a second life to everything. Hi, Kaya. So I try to recycle everything. If I see a piece of wood, I'm like, I'm going to use this in an art piece soon. So it's been good this quarantine because I've actually been using a whole bunch of the stuff that I've been holding on to. And the blocks of wood that I mounted these wire pieces to, hey Kaya, these pieces of wood are cut off the bottom of the stool that I have at my work that I've been pretty much sitting on for 14 years. But I needed to lower it down a little bit because I had gotten a shorter desk. So these pieces of wood are recycled from the chair that I've been sitting on at work for 14 years. Anyway, so I made this little bird. He's kind of weird looking, but as I said, I'm not a professional at this yet. I made this. Wait, how do I do this? Anybody know what this is supposed to be? Because it did not turn out like it was supposed to. The first one, obviously a bird. We know that. But this one, not what it's supposed to be. And I did this one. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's just some sort of weird totem. I was thinking about doing that, Lynn, making, Leanna, dang it, about making a wine glass. So there was this one. And this one I really like, and it's not completely done yet because I need to figure out the keeping it in place, but I made this little jellyfish that stands up on this little piece of wood. But all the tentacles are free moving, and I need to figure out how to keep the jellyfish secure so the tentacles move still, but this part doesn't. A snailian. Yeah, so I'm going to bend this into something while we are talking. But it's hard because you have to think of what the design is going to be from one piece of wire if you don't want to do, like the jellyfish is several different cut pieces. So I just kind of start bending it and try to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh! I'm done. I made an egg. See how quick that was? I might need more wine for this. Oh crap, we're at 48, so I gotta do something quick. Okay, so, what else? We got new messages here. Okay, Lynn, thank you. Cory was like, her name is Leanna. I'm like, oh crap. I'm not used to people like Red Pill Productions there. I know that's Ross, so I just call him Ross. But I don't want to call people by the wrong name if that's not really what they like to be called. All right, so I'm doing this while we're talking. I don't really have proper tools either to be doing this. You should have like bendy pliers. I mean, I have these pliers, wire cutters. But if you want to get that like crisp turn on a bend, you got to really, you got to pinch the end of it. And then when you're doing it, you also have to like watch how much slack you have at the end because you might run out and then your design is only half done. But this wire is pretty bendable, so you can, oh, speaking of which, I almost ran out there. Bye, Justin. Give that puppy a smooch on the heart nose for me. Yeah, as I said that, I was running out of space here. I think I can do one more. This is pretty bendable, though, so if I run out, which I kind of did here, I can compensate at the end of it. Because this is not turning out like I thought it would. Okay, Lynn. I will try to do Leanna, but I won't feel as bad and correct myself all the time if I say Lynn. Yeah, this isn't turning out like I was hoping it would. But I'm going to still keep working on it as we're chatting, because I still got 10 minutes to make some sort of fantastic art piece. Without hurting myself, because the ends of these, because I don't have a proper wire bender. Ow, corn. So some of this stuff might just come out as abstract art, i.e. this one. Hold on, I'll fix my lighting again. So yeah, this is not, well, maybe with a little more bending, it'll be what it's supposed to be. So as far as Janine, are you still here? Janine, calling Janine. I think I might be able to do a show with Janine on Friday, if Janine is still interested in that. Apparently we have the day off because it is a holiday weekend. Hey Priscilla, how are you? Haven't seen you in a million years either. I am trying to do some wire art that I just started doing. So you've tuned in while I'm trying to do this quickly, and it's not going well. Did anybody have any guesses what this was supposed to be? Ross? You got any guesses? Actually, it's more true this way. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know which way to hold it. Know what it's supposed to be? Any guesses? Anybody? Oh my god, I snorted. Oh, you weren't supposed to see this yet. Yeah. It's hard to do this and like look at you guys and talk to you at the same time. Oh, Lynn! You got it! Yes, it's supposed to be a cat. It did not turn out like the picture. It's like one of those Pinterest fails, you know? I ran out of wire, like I was just telling you guys to be careful of. And there's supposed to be more space between the whiskers and the head. So it kind of looks like a mutated snail, I think. But I'm glad you knew that it was a cat. That makes me feel a little better. Oh, sorry, that's what you guys were referring to. Yes, Jason, thank you. I thought you were referring to the one I did yesterday, Ross. The one that you said was a snail. I was like, yes, that one actually did look like a snail. I really like this one, though, my little jellyfish. I want to make more of these. I was like, I'm going to get fancy and put some beads on there. Because, you know, who doesn't love a jellyfish? I love jellyfish. They're super fun. I think I just heard Cory come home. Should make him come on the screen since he's... It is a cat. It's a very weird cat. I mean, all of them look weird. My poor bird has like a hunchback and an eating disorder. He's got like a pot belly and a hunchback. Like something is missing in here, like the length of what it's supposed to be. So, you know, it's folk art. Because folk art is a warped version of what it's supposed to look like. His poor tail, look at it. It's all crinkled because I tried to regain some of the space here. Yeah. This is what happens when you've been doing wire sculptures for a day. And it's only because I bought this to use for jewelry and it was too thick. So I can't use it for the jewelry that I want to make. So I was like, what am I going to use this for? And then I don't know how I started thinking about using it as wire wire bending stuff, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll make something like that. And then last night I was totally cheating and went online to try to find easy ones to do. Not necessarily easy, by the way. Yeah, this is not. It's hard to do while talking to you guys. Oh, thank you, Ross. In my head, it was a little better executed. I saw jellyfish, which were totally different than this one, but I had thought of the idea of like making stuff to mount, stand up freely. So I thought of the idea. I made a necklace with hanging pieces like that, and I was like, oh, it would be cool to do that. My hanging necklace, my necklace that I made, I had hammered the wire flat, so I actually might do that with this one. Hammer the wire and then reattach them again. It was kind of an experiment. Again, like I said, I was watching that show till 1 o'clock in the morning and doing this while I was doing it, trying to prepare for today's show. And I'm woefully unprepared because this did not turn out to be the palm tree I was hoping for. It looks more like a tiny hand that has gone awry. This will not remain this after we get off the show today. I will rebend it into something else, because this ain't a palm tree that I was hoping for. This is not the palm tree that I want to see outside my house. I mean, it'd be a cool plant. Some sort of high five plant. But this is 6. Sorry. But I might just make a whole bunch of jellyfish, because that jellyfish was super fun to make. I don't like the execution of how I did it. I'm definitely going to refine that. I made it into one piece and kind of looped the bottom of it weirdly. I didn't expect it to work out. So I'll probably be refining that. I really like the jellyfish idea. Oh, thank you, Leanna. I have many crazy ideas going on in my head, and I'm always doing some sort of weird thing. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys have noticed this behind my head right here. Ross, do you remember this? This is a very large piece that I did many years ago, that I had a dream about one time. And it lives behind the couch. And it's lived behind the couch probably for about, I don't know, 10 years or so. Because we never have really the wall space to display it. And, it's kind of weird. Because I'm kind of weird. But this is, I don't know, I did this like 10 years ago. I just had this dream of this guy hovering in like this crazy fire. This is oil pastel. And he's hovering above a whole bunch of people. I don't know. It was a dream. I'm not that great at doing fire, obviously. It didn't quite work out as I had hoped. But yeah, this piece lives behind the couch. I know. I was trying to build up to the head move, Ross. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of those weird pieces that I've done that probably someday I'll show people. But now I'm showing you guys. Not many people get to see it because, it hides behind the couch. I'm breaking you guys into some of the less weird stuff before I show the really weird stuff. Like, when I've had some of the dolls in the background, people have been like, I tuned in, but then I saw the creepy doll in the background, so I was like, nah. Oh, you know what, you guys? Hold up. I kind of saw something, but I might have lost it. Wait, hold on. Now what is it? It ain't a palm tree no more. Yes, Ross. It is the savior. Pat! Yes, it is a chicken. It's kind of like a Far Side chicken, because you know how the Far Side chicken had like the smooth beak? That's probably something only I would notice, but yeah. Yes, exactly, Ross. Yeah, I don't know. I had that in a dream one time. A lot of my art pieces, actually, I have dreams about, and then I make them. Not the pine cones. They weren't a dream. They were quarantine. But yes, we have a chicken. Probably won't say a chicken, though. I mean, maybe. What are you having for dinner tonight, Ross? Anybody? Anybody? I'm not sure what I'm having for dinner tonight. I had lentil soup for lunch. Microwave. But, I don't know. If I'm on my own, maybe I'll have a cheese quesadilla again. I managed not to have that for lunch because I had the lentil soup. So yes, that's our show for the day. Our show for the day. It's a chicken, Kaya. Allegedly. I don't know. It's a mess is what it is. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably by myself again. Janine, if you're still around here somewhere, maybe we can talk, text or something about doing a show on Friday if you're still interested in doing that. We can have Janine as a guest star. Simple pasta with Beyond sausage. Ooh! Ooh, stuffed bell peppers. Yum. Cory just made some of those recently. They were delicious. Bye, Leanna. You have a good night, too. Thanks for watching. Brandon. Thank you, Kaya. Brandon, you are seeing... I don't have a ponytail. I have a mohawk right now that is very grown out. I have not cut my mohawk for a year. The sides are shaved. If you really want to see how much hair I have, let me know, and I will show you right now on camera. Everybody else has seen my crazy hair, but I tend to keep it up underneath this hat because it's crazy and it's very out of control. All right. So this is my hair currently. But if I shake my head, I have a lot of hair. Oh, look, there's my gray streak. Everybody can see all my gray. I have some crazy long hair right now. And it's all my mohawk. Thank you. It's a lot of hair to deal with. That's why I keep it up underneath this hat right now. And you know, it hides my giant 5 head too. But yeah, when I turn to the side, you can definitely see all of the hair in the back. Kurt is not a huge fan of the mohullet, we've been calling it. Instantly becomes the crow. Right? Well, it's funny because Kurt has been wanting me. I feel weird wearing it this way, but Kurt has been wanting me to wear it this way. You can definitely see my gray streak right there. But Kurt has been wanting me to wear it this way, which is very grunge and very Kurt Cobain. He says it's very Kurt Cobain. Brandon, I want to see that afro. Send me a picture. You can send it to me on Messenger. I would love to see your afro. I like to keep it back like this, though, because, I don't know, I just think it looks better this way. It's funny because it's the hair that I always wanted when I was in the 90s, because, you know, they had, all the guys had the hair that was, you know, parted down the middle and was straight. But my hair was never straight, and it still is not straight now, but because I wear the hat, while my hair is drying, it tends to straighten out. So, but it's definitely very wavy. If I don't take it off, I mean, if I don't wear the hat, it is very, it's huge. It's like poof. It does look very 90s. Kurt calls it my Kurt Cobain hairdo. It's definitely weird to have this much hair. I haven't had this much hair since the 90s. My senior picture, as you guys know, I have hair down to here. But I haven't cut the top of it for a year now. I have come close to only keeping the top part and then shaving the back. Yeah, my hair definitely does curl. You can see it when it falls down. It's very wavy. I conditioned it this morning, so it's super, super poofy right now. Like if I condition it and I let it dry normal, it just is, it's huge. It's very El DeBarge. Yes, when it is wet, it's very El DeBarge. It's super, super curly when it's wet. And it was hilarious with RuPaul's Drag Race because, you know, Crystal and I had very similar hair. So, yeah, Kurt keeps threatening to shave it off. I probably will cut it off at some point. I kind of had the thought, yes, the hat definitely straightens it. I kind of had the thought to grow it out and do the locks of love thing, but I don't really know how that works. So we'll have to see. But you can definitely see my crazy gray streak right here. Remember, you guys, how I have the white spot? Now it's a giant gray streak. They might have to pluck those ones out. Oh, and when I wear it this way, the Kurt Cobain way, you can see all the grays. If you look right now, as you can see, really no gray hairs. I mean, aside from the gray strip, there's a whole bunch of grays that have escaped the gray strip. So, yeah. One of these days I'll shave it off. I'll come on and you guys will be like, you have no hair. I mean, I don't shave it all the way to the scalp because I'm too paranoid about my scalp. You know, I'm afraid I'll have like a crazy egg head or something. As I said, I have a 5 head instead of a 4 head. I don't know. The whole season I kept thinking Crystal Method kind of looks like Weird Al Yankovic. Totally true. I totally thought the same thing too. It is so Rogue from X-Men. Well, it's funny because, you know, I used to work at the bird store. So I've always kept my hair short. So I would always have, you know, about this short of hair. But the white spot was very evident. And many times I had people saying, oh, like, I think a bird pooped in your hair. For many years, people thought I dyed the spot because, you know, it's only in one spot on my head. So people always thought I dyed the spot gray because that came out when I was 17, when I came out. So for a while I would dye it black so people wouldn't say anything about it. But now I like it. I mean, it is kind of it does make me feel a lot older because I'm like, ew, look at all those long, long gray hairs. What's all that about? Not that there's anything wrong with that, anybody who's watching. I love gray hair, and I definitely will be letting it go gray. I won't be dyeing it or anything. Because, you know, I'm going to grow old gracefully. Or messily, however it happens. I'm going to put my hat back on now, though, because of my 5 head. Bye, Pat. Yes. Goodbye, everybody. Sorry we got talking about my crazy hair. Brandon, nice to see you. See you. Send me a picture of that afro. I want to see that afro. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. And then maybe Janine on Friday. We'll find out. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for tuning in.